What's up, Steelers Nation? Training camp right on the way. And more importantly, man, the season is right on the hill. So that's the exciting part about it. So, we got to talk about it. And whenever we're, at this stage of the off season, I always like to just take a little snapshot, a little preview ahead, and just kind of think to myself, man, who is that player on offense and that player on defense that we felt like, yo, they gotta be the guys out there, right? Every year, I mean, think about when Seven was here, we'd be like, yo, Seven, you gotta be one of them boys, right? Gotta be one of those guys, right? Well, similar approach this year, man. So let's get right into it. Hit that like button on the front end. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new to the channel, baby. But as I'm looking at the offense, man, I keep saying to myself, man, who's that one player that has to be good? They cannot have a off year. They can't have a down year. And if we want, to go and reach the things that we want to reach, this player has to be the best player on the field each and every week. I'm back and forth, man, on these two players on the offensive side of the ball. And I'm sure a lot of you would agree to an extent with it, man. But I'm so torn between Russell Wilson and George Pickens, man, in terms of which one of them has to be the absolute best player on the field every single time they're out there. Part of me says Russ because we know what a great quarterback does to your team, what it does to your offense, right? In the sense of how it can make receivers look better than what they truly are, how it can open up the running game for you as well, and how it can bail you out of bad calls. But then we also talk about how sometimes when you just need an elite receiver that can just make anybody and everybody look good. Put the ball in his vicinity, he's going to make you right. And that's the thing that when I look at GP, I'm like, man, I feel like he's capable of that. But at the same time, that is extremely lofty expectations to put on a player like him, man. But then at the same time, I look at Russ and I'm like, man, Russ has already done this before. Russ has already elevated and helped those around him. But am I thinking too much in the past on Russ, right? And that's the thing that has me so back and forth with those two dudes, man. But as I sit here today, right now, all right, I'm coin flipping it. All right. I'm going to say, man, as it stands today, okay, I need GP, man. I need GP. The reason why I say GP is this. GP is opening up running game. GP opens up a lot of the offense. As much as I love, the quarterback conversation, there's still a lot of uncertainty surrounding which one of the two are going to be the starters between Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. For some, like I said, I think it's going to be Russ, but for some, they're leaning Justin Fields still. I think regardless of whichever quarterback is out there, the one player that's going to have to constantly be good, that's going to have to constantly win his one-on-one matchup is George Pickens. Unless we're going out here and trading for somebody new or signing somebody new, we're going to have to rely on George Pickens to not just be good, he's going to have to be bona fide wide receiver one. And I think that he's capable of that, and I'm sure a lot of y'all do as well. But at the same time, we haven't seen that just yet. So there is some uncertainty with it, man. But I think regardless of if it's Russ or Fields out there, GP has to continue to be that guy. And we saw him do it at stretches or in moments a year ago, right? We saw him specifically in that Bengals game with that mint. We saw him in that Seahawks game and some of the, success that he had. But we also know that he's had some moments where we wanted more production from him. We wanted more consistency from him. And he is going to have to take that next step up in terms of improving his route running as well, right? Just the little details with it for more separation. But to me, that's the guy, man. Offensively, he has to be the best player on the field, man. I think if he can do that week in and week out, our offense will be exactly what we want them to be, man. Explosive and, ultimately a lot more variety with it and less predictable. All right. But then, as I look on the defense side of the ball, man, I love this conversation when we talk defense here because I get to talk about one of my former teammates, man. Yes, I'm talking about number 90, TJ Watt. Come on, man. This man is what? Within probably 4 games this year, we'll cross that 100 career sack threshold, putting him in rare air. Fastest player to get there outside of Reggie White. Yeah, I'm talking about TJ Watt, Defensive Player of the Year. I'm talking about TJ Watt, the dude that's been snubbed, robbed, whatever you want to say, multiple times for the award, Defensive Player of the Year award winner, man. But he just brings so much to the table, man. The physicality, the smarts, the explosiveness, the skill, and the production. I don't know if I said that. Not pass rush win rate. I'm talking about just regular sacks, QB hits, that type of stuff. The ones that actually matter the most. But yeah, man, that's what TJ brings. And as long as he is out there, we've seen the stats for the Steelers records. They win a lot more when he's out there, and they lose a lot more when he is not out there. And more importantly, man, he is a game wrecker. He is a game changer. He is a guy that, if you were playing Madden, he's usually the 99 overall player. He should be, at least, right? But that's the thing, man, when I'm talking TJ Watt. I just think that for him, this is a big year because he wants to keep showing that he is the best defender in the league and that he should be winning another Defensive Player of the Year award, not any of these other, players that look cool. They get you nice buzz, but at the same time, the production from a statistical standpoint just doesn't match up to TJ Watt. So that's the guy for me, man. As long as he's out there and he's doing what he's supposed to do and he's the best player on the field, I think that this defense can do every single thing that we want them to do because we have playmakers at every single level, baby. Absolutely, absolutely. But let me know your thoughts, though, man. Who's your player on offense? Who's your player on defense? That in order for us to be successful this year, in order for the Steelers to do what we want them to do this year, who are those players, man, that have to be the best player on the field each and every week? Let me know in the comment section. But either way, I appreciate you for tuning in. And until next time, baby, peace.